Hello and welcome to SoGoodReviews.com, the YouTube edition. We're going to talk about Rule Number 1 from 2007. And this movie won a shared acting award at the 12th Cheon of Pukyeon Fantastic Film Award, an acting award shared by Sean Yu and Ekin Cheng, out of all people. And I've maintained over the years that the best thing Ekin Cheng could do was to grow older and get a haircut, and slowly, possibly only super mildly, surely, a transformation in presence and the types of roles given/taken would happen in the once young and dangerous hero. And so we're at Rule Number 1 then, helmed by Singaporean director Kelvin Tong, who directed Love Story, one of the movies in Andy Lau's Focus First Cuts program. And he breaks no rules in actuality, but the buddy cop/murderer hunt/ghost/horror mold it is born out of is a truly exciting emergence despite. And he decides upon one mood beforehand, and that mood can only be broken in a suitable way. It shows early as he shocks us with senseless killings of innocent bus riders, and then cuts to a flashback where we see cop Lee, played by Sean Yu, stop a driver who has not fastened his seatbelt. He notices as well as that his headlight is out of order and blood is visible on the car, and he has actually stumbled upon a serial killer that viciously starts to torture him by shooting him in his arms and his legs and his feet. But while he's down and out, he sees the murdered girl in the trunk rise up, and that gives him a chance to take out the killer. Later on, rehabilitation, he is assigned to Miscellaneous Affairs Department with Inspector Wong, this is Ekin Cheng's character, who soon has to explain that they have a government-supported mission to stop ghosts from possessing humans, even if it means the murder of the innocent that the ghosts take over or leave behind, as they leave behind a shell anyway. So, minor quirks aside, Kelvin Tong's intentions are far more darker. I'm willing to believe that he knows his own script isn't breaking any new ground and borderlines on merely basic/functional at times. But the attempt for Rule Number 1 is not to make a statement, but to take audience on a heavily darkened ride. Therefore, the dips into the personal lives of Lee, that mainly deals with his pregnant girlfriend, and Wong's prior relationship with Stephanie Che's character, they are script inclusions that would never have one thinking, this is an exciting page-turner. But Kelvin Tong would argue that the true page-turning will occur when the sound and image is put to them. And he would be so right. The choice of darkness, the sense of doom, is thoroughly alluring, especially so since the description of this possession is that of a virus. As he speaks of the cops in this department being basically forced to set aside real-life responsibilities in order to save society, Kelvin Tong genuinely surprises and terrifies us with his supernatural turns, and the pace is ramped up so it's a chase scenario worthy of status. And that status doesn't make Rule Number 1 anything but loud, exciting entertainment, but it's one of those creations that has decided to be just that. Although Kelvin Tong doesn't trust his audience to keep up with the script, as he uses a lot of expositor flashbacks, it's nevertheless in secure hands, we feel, even down to the scenes of Ekin Cheng dancing with an inflatable dinosaur. Tong has a basic eye for structure and pays this off. That's why. He also gets leads Sean Yu and Ekin Cheng to do as much intensity and reserved acting as the basic/functional writing logically allows. And summing up Rule Number 1. If anything, it's close to a perfectly executed piece on what it wants to do. Now that, if anything, I dare say, controversial it may be, but that is clever filmmaking. Well recommended.